Where can you get surprisingly great rates on auto and renter's insurance? At State Farm. I'm State Farm Agent Matt McCormick, and I'm your one-stop shop in Rapid City for protecting your car and your stuff for surprisingly great rates. So stop looking around. Call me, State Farm Agent Matt McCormick, for surprisingly great auto and renter's rates today. Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there.
Individual premiums will vary by customer. All applicants subject to State Farm underwriting requirements.
Shop used GMCs, Rams, Fords, Jeeps, imports, Chevys, GM certified pre-owned, all with Denny Mental discounts. If you want it, we have it, or we'll find it for you. Buyers on site offering top dollar for all trades. Financing available on the spot and all credit applications accepted. Western South Dakota's largest selection of used cars, trucks, and SUVs is at Denny Mental Rapid Chevrolet or DennyMentalRapidChevrolet.com.
The innocence of youth. Is there anything any better? But soon they'll be in high school and facing all the same challenges you faced. How to make friends, how to fit in, how to be cool. We want our children to have everything they'll need to live fulfilling and productive lives. Make sure the kids in your family are among the more than 57,000 participants here in South Dakota who take part in high school sports or activities.
Great news. I just got the State Farm personal price plan on our home and auto insurance.
You told our agent about my thing for romance novels?
No, you don't have to get that personal. Our agent just helped me choose affordable options to create a personalized price just for us.
Oh, sweet. Then you won't believe the love triangle Jen is in now.
Contact me, State Farm Agent Scott Carlson, to create your personal price plan today.
Prices vary by state. Options selected by customer. Availability and eligibility may vary.
Fentanyl is a powerful synthetic opioid, up to 100 times stronger than morphine. Even a tiny amount can be deadly. It's often mixed with other drugs without your knowledge, increasing your risk of overdose. Protect yourself and your loved ones and avoid unknown substances. Stay informed, stay safe, and remember, one pill can kill. For more information on fentanyl prevention, visit your local health resource or speak to a healthcare professional today. This message was brought to you by the Great Plains Tribal Opioid Response, so that the people may live.
When you ask for Black Hills Surgical Hospital, you ask for someone who believes in hospitality. You ask for someone who treats everyone like a VIP and believes the absolute best shouldn't cost more and makes you feel comfortable, even when you are vulnerable. You ask for someone who cares about the little things as much as the big things. You ask for someone who treats you like you are loved, because you are. Black Hills Surgical Hospital. Ask for us by name.
At Denny Mental Rushmore Honda, our buyback event was a huge success, and now we've got a lot full of fresh trades. Over 175 used SUVs available from Jeep, Honda, Ford, Nissan, Subaru, Chevy, GMC, and more. Plus, the area's best selection of used Hondas and Honda certified pre-owned sport utilities. Get 0.99% APR on select certified pre-owned. 0.99. The time to buy is now, before the snow flies. See us at Denny Mental Rushmore Honda or RushmoreHonda.com.
Hi, this is Nate Brown reminding you to join the Nate Brown Show live weekdays from 4 to 6 p.m. It's Rapid City's sports talk show and Rapid City's only call-in radio show with big-name guests from across the country to the local sports coverage you just can't get anywhere else. Join the conversation every weekday for thought-provoking sports talk. This is your show. Don't miss the Nate Brown Show from 4 to 6 p.m. on 106.7 FM and 1150 a.m. and stream us all the time at foxsportsrapidcity.com.
How do we solve our patients' hard-to-solve medical problems? Our doctors and specialists collaborate, sharing their vast knowledge and Mayo Clinic's unique expertise. It's this working together that helps solve our patients' hard-to-solve medical problems. Monument Health, proud member of the Mayo Clinic Care Network.
Lucky for us, life is full of choices, big and small. They define us, make us who we are. And when it comes time for you to choose, a car, home, your next big adventure, or start a new business, Farmers Union Insurance has the variety of coverage options to protect each perfect moment. Farmers Union Insurance. Contact your local Farmers Union Insurance agent today.
It's time for trucks, and we have the trucks you want at Denny Meno Toyota. Choose from over 60 new trucks on the ground and on the way. For a limited time, get 2.99% APR financing for up to 72 months on every new 2026 Toyota Tundra. That's 2.99% financing for 6 full years. Or get 3.99% APR for up to 72 months on every new 25 Toyota Tacoma. See us for trucks at Denny Meno Toyota or DennyMenoToyota.com.
When the world feels big, a small note can mean everything. Find mental health support at sdbehavioralhealth.gov.
Pests don't wait, and neither should you. At Olson's Pest Technicians, we've been protecting homes and businesses for over 55 years. From bats and attics to rodents and walls, ants in kitchens, stubborn bedbug infestations, even swarms of mosquitoes. We've seen it all, and we handle it all. With expert technicians, ethical treatments, and service across South Dakota, Nebraska, and Iowa, you can count on Olson's to get the job done right. Contact us today at Olson's Pest Technicians. Family owned, community trusted.
This is what matters. This is beyond X's and O's. This is the difference mutual respect makes. This is what character looks like. This is what defines us in South Dakota. This is sportsmanship. School sports. It's not the outcome that matters most, but the way the games are played. This message presented by the South Dakota High School Activities Association and the South Dakota Interscholastic Athletic Administrators Association.
Futures aren't made by accident. They're dreamt, they're planned, they're discovered. At Northern State University, futures are the result of hard work and grit. NSU is an academic powerhouse with a spirit of exploration and genuine support, where professors know your name and push you to discover what you're truly capable of. But don't take our word for it. When you experience Northern, you'll see the difference here.
Things were a little different back in 1979, but at McKee Ford, our approach to customer service hasn't changed. We're a family-owned and operated dealership with a commitment to respect and integrity. See us on the Big Ford Corner or online at McKeeFord.com.
At McKee Ford, we've got it. F-Series, Super Duty, Rangers, and Mavericks. All with up to $14,485 off MSRP.
See us on the Big Ford Corner or online at McKeeFord.com.
Welcome.
Dakota Discount RV, our mission is to make your RV experience fun and easy by providing quality recreational vehicles, competitive pricing, and professional sales and service. We're proud to offer the finest names in RVs. Our big inventory of fifth wheels, travel trailers, and toy haulers allow us to save customers thousands of dollars compared to most dealers. Come see us at either of our two locations, 3330 East Mall Drive, Rapid City, or 11200 JB Road, exit 48, Somerset.
Out here, you learn that to keep growing, you have to keep changing. CHS and the farmers and ranchers we serve know all about change, because together we've changed agriculture. That's why we're the largest farmer-owned cooperative in the country. So farmers own the system they count on, with advantages at every step. From innovative tools that help crops grow, to grain processing expertise, to energy solutions, we create connections to empower agriculture. Learn more at chsinc.com.
Would you buy your insurance from a cartoon character?
What's up, Doc?
Cartoons are good for a laugh, but...
Welcome.
home covered and need help, it's no laughing matter. That's why you need a real person like Lance at Van Z Insurance Associates. It's not just simple insurance either. Lance has you covered with home, life, auto, and business. Van Z Insurance is your place to call. Stop by today or give Lance a call at 605-393-2399.
Melissa Christensen with Engel & Volkers is a trusted real estate advisor in the Black Hills. She brings precision, dedication, and clear communication to every transaction. Melissa focuses on service, not sales, always putting her clients first. She's also passionate about supporting local youth activities, helping to strengthen communities and build a brighter future for our kids. Whether you're looking to buy or sell, Melissa is here to guide you every step of the way. Stop in or call Melissa Christensen with Engel & Volkers today.
Agriculture is like no other business, which makes Farm Credit Services of America like no other lender. Owned by the farmers and ranchers we serve, our customers have a voice in how we work, a stake in what we do, and share in our success. Discover a lender that works for you at Farm Credit Services of America.
Welcome to Bowie Foods at Al's Oasis Plaza. My great-grandfather, Gus Bowie, opened the first store in 1905. I'm R.F. Bowie, the president of Bowie Foods. We aren't your typical store. You'll find everything you need for your family. You'll save money, and I promise you're going to enjoy your grocery shopping experience. We carry a lot of locally produced products and some things you just aren't going to find anywhere else. South Dakota-owned, family-owned, Bowie Foods.
Diamond Roofing is your trusted roofing contractor in Rapid City and the surrounding Black Hills area. With over 40 years of experience, they specialize in residential and commercial roofing, as well as siding, windows, and gutter installation. They also collaborate with general contractors to install roofs on new home construction. Diamond Roofing offers customized solutions that fit both your needs and your budget. Call 605-720-7663 for a quote or visit diamondroofingcorp.com today.
When life gets hard and our thoughts get too much to bear, finding the resiliency within us can help us find healing. The 988 Suicide and Crisis Lifeline provides 24/7 free support for anyone in suicidal distress or emotional crisis. All texts and calls are anonymous and connect you to local resources that uphold cultural values and pave the way to healing. Find the strength within you. Find the strength within our culture. Reach out if you need help today.
Community banking should be kind of personal. That's because there's no one-size-fits-all when it comes to you. Fortunately, Security First Bank gets that. And that means you get more, too, like online tools, in-person expertise, and tailored banking solutions for your family or business. So, from balanced budgets to bucket lists, we're the bank for all you're doing. Security First Bank.
Where can you get surprisingly great rates on auto and renter's insurance? At State Farm. I'm State Farm Agent Matt McCormick, and I'm your one-stop shop in Rapid City for protecting your car and your stuff for surprisingly great rates. So stop looking around. Call me, State Farm Agent Matt McCormick, for surprisingly great auto and renter's rates today. Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there.
Individual premiums will vary by customer. All applicants subject to State Farm underwriting requirements.
Shop used GMCs, Rams, Fords, Jeeps, imports, Chevys, GM certified pre-owned, all with Denny Mental discounts. If you want it, we have it, or we'll find it for you. Buyers on site offering top dollar for all trades. Financing available on the spot and all credit applications accepted. Western South Dakota's largest selection of used cars, trucks, and SUVs is at Denny Mental Rapid Chevrolet or DennyMentalRapidChevrolet.com.
The innocence of youth. Is there anything any better? But soon they'll be in high school and facing all the same challenges you faced. How to make friends, how to fit in, how to be cool. We want our children to have everything they'll need to live fulfilling and productive lives. Make sure the kids in your family are among the more than 57,000 participants here in South Dakota who take part in high school sports or activities.
Great news. I just got the State Farm personal price plan on our home and auto insurance.
You told our agent about my thing for romance novels?
No, you don't have to get that personal. Our agent just helped me choose affordable options to create a personalized price just for us.
Oh, sweet. Then you won't believe the love triangle Jen is in now.
Contact me, State Farm agent Scott Carlson, to create your personal price plan today.
Prices vary by state. Options selected by customer. Availability and eligibility may vary.
Fentanyl is a powerful synthetic opioid, up to 100 times stronger than morphine. Even a tiny amount can be deadly. It's often mixed with other drugs without your knowledge, increasing your risk of overdose. Protect yourself and your loved ones and avoid unknown substances. Stay informed, stay safe, and remember, one pill can kill. For more information on fentanyl prevention, visit your local health resource or speak to a healthcare professional today. This message was brought to you by the Great Plains Tribal Opioid Response, so that the people may live.
When you ask for Black Hills Surgical Hospital, you ask for someone who believes in hospitality. You ask for someone who treats everyone like a VIP and believes the absolute best shouldn't cost more and makes you feel comfortable, even when you are vulnerable. You ask for someone who cares about the little things as much as the big things. You ask for someone who treats you like you are loved, because you are. Black Hills Surgical Hospital. Ask for us by name.
Welcome back to the Denny Men.
It's a super physical game.
The time to buy is now, before the snow flies. See us at Danny Meno at Rushmore Honda or RushmoreHonda.com.
Those things
Hi, this is Nate Brown reminding you to join the Nate Brown Show live weekdays from 4 to 6 p.m. It's Rapid City's sports talk show and Rapid City's only call-in radio show with big-name guests from across the country to the local sports coverage you just can't get anywhere else. Join the conversation every weekday for thought-provoking sports talk. This is your show. Don't miss the Nate Brown Show from 4 to 6 p.m. on 106.7 FM and 1150 a.m. and stream us all the time at foxsportsrapidcity.com.
How do we solve our patients' hard-to-solve medical problems? Our doctors and specialists collaborate, sharing their vast knowledge and Mayo Clinic's unique expertise. It's this working together that helps solve our patients' hard-to-solve medical problems. Monument Health, proud member of the Mayo Clinic Care Network.
Lucky for us, life is full of choices, big and small. They define us, make us who we are. And when it comes time for you to choose a car, home, your next big adventure, or start a new business, Farmers Union Insurance has the variety of coverage options to protect each perfect moment. Farmers Union Insurance. Contact your local Farmers Union Insurance agent today.
It's time for trucks, and we have the trucks you want at Denny Menno Toyota. Choose from over 60 new trucks on the ground and on the way. For a limited time, get 2.99% APR financing for up to 72 months on every new 2026 Toyota Tundra. That's 2.99% financing for 6 full years. Or get 3.99% APR for up to 72 months on every new 25 Toyota Tacoma. See us for trucks at Denny Menno Toyota or DennyMennoToyota.com.
When the world feels big, a small note can mean everything. Find mental health support at sdbehavioralhealth.gov.
Pests don't wait, and neither should you. At Olson's Pest Technicians, we've been protecting homes and businesses for over 55 years. From bats and attics to rodents and walls, ants in kitchens, stubborn bedbug infestations, even swarms of mosquitoes. We've seen it all, and we handle it all. With expert technicians, ethical treatments, and service across South Dakota, Nebraska, and Iowa, you can count on Olson's to get the job done right. Contact us today at Olson's Pest Technicians. Family owned, community trusted.
This is what matters. This is beyond X's and O's. This is the difference mutual respect makes. This is what character looks like. This is what defines us in South Dakota. This is sportsmanship. School sports. It's not the outcome that matters most, but the way the games are played. This message presented by the South Dakota High School Activities Association and the South Dakota Interscholastic Athletic Administrators Association.
Welcome back to the Denny Menholt Auto Group of Rapid City Press Box.
Girls basketball contest. Tonight's contest will feature the visiting Spearfish Spartans and the host, Rapid City Stevens Raiders. We will be right back to this one after this 30-second commercial, and we will bring you interviews from coaches and players for the Raiders. We'll be right back after this ad.
Futures aren't made by accident. They're dreamt, they're planned, they're discovered. At Northern State University, futures are the result of hard work and grit. NSU is an academic powerhouse with a spirit of exploration and genuine support, where professors know your name and push you to discover what you're truly capable of. But don't take our word for it. When you experience Northern, you'll see the difference here.
Welcome back to Carroll Higher Gymnasium, home of the Rapid City Stevens Raiders. On a nice night here on December 30th before we ring in the new year. Earlier today, we had a chance to visit with head coach Adam Dannenbring about their previous road trip in Mitchell and Huron, where the Raiders split. They won at Mitchell and lost in Huron. So we'll cue that up here, and here's Coach Dannenbring and his take on that weekend trip.
We played really well defensively against Mitchell, holding them to 35 points. I thought that was a pretty fantastic effort. And then offensively, it just took a long time for us to get going that game, but we eventually got to 49 points, which was pretty good.
So that was Coach Dannenbring about the Mitchell game, and then he shared some thoughts on the Huron game and kind of alluded to the Raider girls got kind of a little introduction to how physical the ESD can be, and this was his take on the Huron game.
Up in Huron, it was a super physical game. It was kind of back and forth all game. We had foul trouble the whole game, and Huron was able to really beat us up on the boards, and they got us by 5 points.
So it's a tough 5-point loss in Huron, and as you can see, the foul trouble and the rebounding, something that the Raiders and Coach Dannenbring will definitely look to improve on. And here's what he said about how they can do that, or his take on how the team is going to need to respond to that situation. Here's Coach Dannenbring.
Watched some things, and we figured out what we needed to do better, and then we've moved on here. We had a good couple days of practice, so I think we're ready to go.
So Coach feels confidence that they're ready to go against the Spartans. That is 2-1 tonight, coming in just in the bound standings, ranked a little higher. I have not seen the new release yet of the coaches poll or media poll standings, but this is what Spearfish is 7th and Stevens 8th in the power rankings. Thank you, Greg, for being there and with that assist. But this is what he has to say about an experienced Spearfish team coming into this season under now head coach Dakota Johnson, who has some nice experience under her belt. This is what Coach Dannenbring had to say about the Spartans.
Spearfish, they're a solid, very, very well-coached team. This year, as you can see in the JV game, they're playing a lot more full-court press, and they're trying to get after teams.
And so that's something we can look for tonight with their athleticism and experience. And Coach rounded out his thoughts about the Spartans in tonight's game, just, with some praise to some of the Spartan players that have been on that bench for the Spearfish Spartans for a number of years and their outlook.
They have some solid players. The Scharf girl is going to go and play Division II basketball. They've got the Bowman girl and the Grubb girl that have been around forever. They have lots of seniors. They're an experienced team as well. So I'm looking forward to a good matchup with them.
So that sets the table for the matchup with the two closely ranked teams, much like in volleyball towards the end of the season. When the volleyball teams met here at Carroll Higher, they were ranked 5th and 6th, and we will see how this one turns out tonight. We'll be right back after this 30-second commercial with some interview points with senior guard Hallie Peterson. We'll be right back.
Things were a little different back in 1979, but at McKee Ford, our approach to customer service hasn't changed. We're a family-owned and operated dealership with a commitment to respect and integrity. See us on the Big Ford Corner or online at McKeeFord.com.
At McKee Ford, we've got it. F-Series, Super Duty, Rangers, and Mavericks. All with up to $14,485 off MSRP.
See us on the Big Ford Corner or online at McKeeFord.com.
Welcome back to Carroll Higher Gymnasium. Pre-game here before the Rapid City Stevens Raiders girls basketball team takes on the Spearfish Spartans. Should be a good one here on December 30th before we ring in the new year. We had a chance to talk to senior guard and Mount Marty Lancer commit Hallie Peterson earlier today, and this is what Hallie had to say about her transition into her senior season.
Definitely been a switch. I've never had to be the senior that people look up to. I've never had to be the role model I am today. That in the past couple years, I've always had other seniors to look up to, and I know what I'm looking like. I know what the younger girls are looking for. So that's something that has been a transition for me.
Well, that was Hallie talking about a new role of being a leader, and she just said, "I'm just trying to keep it positive and be encouraged for, all her teammates, especially the younger teammates." And she also talked about the contributions that she can make and others are making on the team. It's a delight to talk to Hallie, just a very articulate young lady with a bright future ahead of her. And here's some more what she had to say on contributing factors, after they lost two great players in Talia Porter and Brittany Jones.
Everyone's developing into their new roles, and that's very interesting. And for me, I've had to change what I've been doing. We lost two incredible players last year, and so that transition has been interesting, just finding my place and how I can contribute to this team now.
So as you can hear, just a great perspective from a young lady who's got it figured out in terms of, for her age and what she wants to accomplish. And then we asked Haley, much like Coach Dannenbring, what her thoughts were about coming off the weekend versus Mitchell and Huron.
Yeah, I think versus Mitchell, I was tasked to guard their youngest girl, but also very talented, tall individual, and I felt I played pretty well versus them. It was a very interesting matchup.
So unique to hear her say, how even though the player she's guarded was their youngest player, and Haley's guarded a lot of the other team's best player, that it was still a tough matchup against an athletic player. It just goes to show you how much the game has progressed, just the athleticism of all the athletes, but especially we all know aware of the female sports movement. And here's what she had to say about the Huron game.
Huron was rough for me and for the team. No one shot well. That was just the reality of it, and that was rough, but I think it was a lesson learned for us. We just were able to learn through it all, and going forward, it's great to have an experience like that versus them, and a game that was very difficult for us to win and required, and we didn't win, but it required us to develop some mental toughness going into this week. So they were pretty good, but we could have played better, all of us.
All right, there we have it from Hallie Peterson. We'll have more from her at halftime. We'll conclude that interview, and we will wait here as in just a few minutes we'll hand it over to public address announcer Jason Hafner. Jason, one of the good guys in the biz, does a great job. And we'll hand it over to him, and we'll be right back.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to Carroll Iyer Gymnasium for tonight's doubleheader between our visitors, the Spearfish Spartans, and your Rapid City Stevens Raiders. Both schools are members of the South Dakota High School Activities Association, who have adopted the rules under which the games are conducted. Strong commitment to excellence, fair play, and sportsmanship are all vital to this activity's success. We encourage you to cheer for your favorite team.
Before we get to the anthem, I want to welcome back Greg Schumacher, will be here to help us give us a perspective of the officials. Greg, I know we opened up the season with the girls' game against Douglas, and then you had some trips you had to take, so welcome back.
Thank you very much.
And support. At this time, ladies and gentlemen, request that you please stand for our national anthem. We remind all in attendance the proper respect is to face the flag, remove your hat or cap, and stand at attention with your right hand over your heart. Veterans and active duty military, not in uniform, may salute the flag. Please join in singing along with our national anthem. Ladies and gentlemen, let's introduce our Raider
Nice job there by the
Abby Cuppy,
Raider activity staff.
Warren,
Turning out to be a
Natalie Baker,
decent crowd here tonight as a few more fans roll in. This proves to be two good contests, especially the girls, two evenly matched teams on paper.
Dubray. Raider cheer coach Jimmy Exner.
Welcome to the Raider cheer staff. We don't have names, but we will try to track those down for you, if not tonight, certainly in the future. Now we're going to have the Spartans starting lineup. Adeline Bowman, a 5'9" senior forward, will get the nod. And at a guard, number 4 senior, 5'6", Callie Reiners, also the setter.
Number 21,
starting number 11, a 5'7" senior guard, Taylor Vito.
A senior, number 23, Kate Sharp.
Also senior 5'10" forward, Tierson Grubb.
Assisted by Jamie
And
Santour.
the player Coach Dannenbrink talked about it, going to play D2 basketball, 5'7" senior guard, number 23, Kate Sharp.
Introducing the starting lineup for your Stevens Raiders.
And now for your Raiders.
At a guard, a junior, number 4, Haley Falcon.
Starting tonight at guard, a junior 5'5" guard, Haley Falcon.
Finley Love.
Also starting at guard, a 5'5" senior, number 11, Finley Love.
Jessa Griswold.
Starting at another guard, 5'8" senior, number 22, Mount Marty commit, Jessa Griswold. And 5'9" senior forward that we got to listen to earlier, number 23, Hallie Peterson.
Head coach Adam Dannenbrink.
And at the post, a 6 foot, 8th grade post, number 34, Marley Seyu Manutafa.
Tonight's game, Mike Kirkaby, Bo Garcia.
Well, Greg, we got an experienced crew here tonight. If you want to give the rundown of who's out on the floor.
Yeah, we got Mike Kirkaby out there, who's the R for tonight. However, he's not tossing. He's given that responsibility to Bo Garcia. Mike is known to be one of the not the best tossers in the area. So Bo will be tossing, and then we have Landon Arnold that is also on the court. Very experienced crew.
Get this one underway. Spearfish will come out with the tip, and it'll go to Reiners. She'll set the point on the bottom of the R. Right away, a turnover on the Spartans. And that's the first one. Seyu Manutafa takes the hole, kick out. Griswold over to Love. Love will take it hard to the hole. She'll find Peterson on the wing. She'll take it all the way in. Left-handed scoop layup. Too hard, not there. On the rebound, struggling to grab it is Grubb. She'll come down with it. Quick little fadeaway jumper by Scharf in the lane, and she's good for 2. She's tough in there, crafty player, and you can see her strength helped her gain separation. Love in the front court. She'll take it over to the mascot on the right side. She'll take Scharf out the dribble, gets her, goes in, but it's blocked by Reiners, and Reiners will eventually get the ball over to number 3, Bowman. Bowman gets it packed down. Kick out 3, good for Bowman. Spartans come out hot. They'll lead 0-5 against the Raiders. Adeline Bowman got the kick out pass from Grubb, and that one goes out of bounds. That's going to be a turnover on the Raiders. And Spearfish will take it out under the pressure of the Raiders. Peterson on Scharf. That'll be a good matchup. See if that sticks all night. Scharf across the half line. Falcon will trail Vito off that screen. And we're going to get a travel, which is, Greg, I believe that's one of the points of emphasis this year?
That is one of the points of emphasis, and we're trying to do a better job of getting that. That's a tough call to get.
So that'll be the first infraction on the Spartans for the travel. Love thought about driving, backs it out. She'll stand on the bottom of the logo, get it over the left side to Griswold. Griswold off the bounce will take Reiners. Falcons there. She thought about a 3. Kicks it out to Griswold. Over to Peterson. Peterson will take in the drive. 2-foot step and left-handed put in by the senior, number 23, Hallie Peterson. Much needed basket for the Raiders there as Reiners brings it up under pressure. Griswold avoids a foul. And now Love will mark Bowman. Over to Reiners. She'll look down inside. Looking to Scharf to cut. They force the pass. Raiders read that one. Eventually, Love comes up with it. She'll go over to Peterson. Peterson will go over the top, but it's deflected and right back to the Spartans. So we trade turnovers there. And the Spartans come down, and nice little move there. The jumper rolls in, out, and back in for number 21, Tierson Grubb, her first 2 of the game. (7-2) lead into Sayu Manutafa. She does a nice little drop step up. Oh, look good. Just rims off of the glass. So her first field goal attempt will be no good, and the Raiders miss an opportunity to shrink the lead. Spartans with the ball. Good steal there. And Griswold will come down the field. Got a 2-on-1. She gets it to, and we got a foul.
Yeah, we had a transition play there. Landon was in the right spot. Was able to see that grab on the arm as she was going up for the basket.
And that went on Bowman. Is that who they gave it to? Adeline Bowman. Okay.
Yes.
Yep. 3-1. And looks like Hayden Thornton was checked in for the Raiders now. Senior guard. Griswold thought about cutting to the basket, backs it out to Love. Love, couple stutter dribbles, kicks it out. Mackenzie Schreiber in, kicks back to Thornton. Thornton for 3, off the mark. Rebound right there is in Anna Eisenbarth for the Spartans, and I think
we had the ball hit the shot clock, and
okay, so it's a dead ball.
Yep.
So Eisenbarth brings it up against the pressure. Dangerous pass to Scharf, gets away with it. And again, Bowman unloads for her second 3. That's 2 in a row for her, and the lead is now 8. We'll see if Coach Janabring goes to a timeout. He doesn't. Sayu Manutafa with a nice move. If she would have kept her momentum going to the basket, she would have been fine, but she stopped, didn't she, Greg?
She did. And our center official over there, one of the things that we try to do is keep everything in a triangle. Our center official had a great look at that and gets the travel.
And it looks like Scharf is going to be out of bounds. And nope, timeout called by Spearfish head coach Dakota Johnson and said, we'll have a 30 here, and we'll take one as well. You're following Raider girls basketball on GoRaidersLive.com. We'll be right back.
At Dakota Discount RV, our mission is to make your RV experience fun and easy by providing quality recreational vehicles, competitive pricing, and professional sales and service. We're proud to offer the finest names in RVs. Our big inventory of fifth wheels, travel trailers, and toy haulers allow us to save customers thousands of dollars compared to most dealers. Come see us at either of our two locations, 3330 East Mall Drive, Rapid City, or 11200 JB Road, exit 48, Somerset.
Well, back to Carroll Higher. Raiders trail 2-10. And Eisenbarth will bring it up, guarded by Thornton. Thornton looked to switch off. She does with Sayumanatafo on the mismatch, but Bowman gets stripped on her way to the basket by Schreiber. That'll be out of bounds, and that'll stay with the Spartans. Spartans now. Both teams have gone to their bench. Spartans will look to get it in over the top to Eisenbarth. They do. She's guarded closely by Thornton. Gives her some space now. A long three and in by Scharf.
3-point basket.
As soon as she got to the spot, she let it launch. And it's 2-13. Raiders really need a basket. They've had good looks. Schreiber thinks about a three. Dribbles in. Almost lost it. Good job of her of keeping her balance. Spearfish seems to be anticipating that little dribble handoff very well, which will look that mechanic there, Greg.
Yeah, we had a tied up ball, and
sure.
Landon's got a pretty good look at that, so he comes in with a held ball.
Stay with the Raiders. Thornton down to Sayumanatafa. She faces up. She'll turn, go right into the defender, Grubb, and she'll back her down for 2 points. Strong basket for the 8th grader, Marley Sayumanatafa. Little left-handed hook, tough shot by Grubb. That's off, but a hustling Bowman, who's been everywhere, gets the rebound. She'll kick it out to Eisenbarth. Back up top. Now Bowman will run the point. And Reiners will set a screen for Scharf. And we're going to get a call.
Yeah, Mike was at the top of the key, saw that there was some body coming around that top, and that's also another point of emphasis, staying off the ball handler. So Mike had a good look at that.
That'll go on the senior Schreiber. That's her first, team first. A little lob pass into Eisenbarth. She has to kick it over to Reiners. Reiners back out to Bowman. Spearfish playing with the smaller lineup, but it's a quick, athletic lineup. And it's matching some of the quickness of the Raiders. But there, Falcon strips Reiners. And here comes Love to Schreiber. She thinks about a three, goes baseline off the glass, not there. Good rebound, charging in was Peterson. Thornton off the dribble, will turn. It looked like she got grabbed. No call, that one's off. She'll miss, but she'll come hustling back and knock the ball away from Reiners, and will stay right here for this inbounds path. That was a tough miss for Thornton on that one, Greg. She did everything right.
Yeah, she had a great look to the basket, and she went right towards it. Just couldn't get it to fall.
That was one of the things Coach Dannenbring wanted the Raiders to do, was be aggressive to the basket so it would open up the three-point game if they needed to go to it. And right now they're trailing by 9. 2 to go. Bowman, she's caught up. She's picked up her dribble, and great job by the defense, and Thornton on the other side will put it up and in, no harm, but she'll get the basket off of great team defense there by the Raiders. 2 defenders denying the passing lanes made it tough, and here again we got a run and jump, but an open Spartan number 2. Eisenbarth did a nice job of slipping the defense of Falcon, and right back there's another turnover. And it's going to be, eventually, was that a jump ball or a timeout? Nope.
That's a good question. I don't know. Must have been tied up.
Nope, because possession arrow is still going with Spartans, but I don't see a foul either. So at any rate, we had some sort of stoppage, and we're rocking and rolling again. Raiders up by 9. It was almost over and back, wasn't it?
Got to get all 3 points across the line. She only had 2.
Good defense by Finley Love.
Absolutely.
She's so fun to watch when she just puts her eyes right on the core of an offensive player, and just, it's like a magnet. It's impressive. Foul there, though. That's going to be number 2 on Schreiber. That'll be 2 quick ones on her. That'll send her to the bench. Team 2. And Reiners will put it into Bowman here for the Spartans. 6-15. 1:10 to go. The backdoor wasn't there for Reiners. Really looking to get it to Reiners or Bowman. Bowman with another 3. This one's off. Peterson was there for the rebound, and we're going to get a jump ball. Peterson thought she was fouled. No call. And they'll be out of bounds. Also in for the Spartans right now is number 1, Sierra Sanford. And Scharf will check back in. A little offense for defense, not get her a foul. And actually, that's flipped. She came back in for the defense, hoping to get in that last possession. As the shot clock, there'll be about a 20-second difference or so. Thornton thought about a 3. She'll drive in. A little floater. Tough shot. Rims off. Reiners is there. Immediately defended by Peterson and the Raiders. She gets out to Sanford. Sanford will beat Thornton across the half line. Almost drug her foot there. Counts on. And we're going to get a foul to Baylor there, it looks like. Looks like Falcon's going to come over and commit that foul. A little aggressive on that run and jump. It looked like they had her in trouble, but it'll go to the 3rd team foul in the quarter, but with only 33 seconds to go and the shot clock off, Spartans will look for 1. Or best shot, I suppose. Scharf thought about it, not there. Little step back by Eisenbarth, draws air, and Peterson comes out of there charging. She'll take it with the left hand, go behind the back now, and get over to Falcon. They want to get Falcon isolated for a 3. Griswold looks. Thornton back to Peterson. Peterson goes in low to Seyu Manutafa, who again and in and out just can't finish at the rim, and that'll do it for the first quarter of action here at Carroll Dyer Gymnasium. Stevens Raiders 6, Spearfish Spartans 15. You're following Raider girls basketball on GoRaidersLive.com. We'll be right back after these commercial messages.
Out here, you learn that to keep growing, you have to keep changing. CHS and the farmers and ranchers we serve know all about change, because together we've changed agriculture. That's why we're the largest farmer-owned cooperative in the country. So farmers own the system they count on, with advantages at every step. From innovative tools that help crops grow, to grain processing expertise, to energy solutions, we create connections to empower agriculture. Learn more at chsinc.com.
Would you buy your insurance from a cartoon character?
What's up, Doc?
Cartoons are good for a laugh, but when you're in an accident or you need your home covered and need help, it's no laughing matter. That's why you need a real person, like Lance at Van Z Insurance Associates. It's not just simple insurance either. Lance has you covered with home, life, auto, and business. Van Z Insurance is your place to call. Stop by today or give Lance a call at 605-393-2399.
We're back. Second half action. You can see the replay there was a big three-pointer by the Spearfish senior standout, Kate Scharf. And they had the first possession, and the Raiders will deny with a turnover and a wide-open layup. Peterson to Thornton for 2. A little instant offense on some great Raider team defense. And that's a huge basket to start the second period. Raiders cut the lead to 7 and a 3-possession game on the little side. Bowman now off the bounce. Takes it in the lane. Little floater not there. Seyu Manutafa goes up for a strong rebound, and Thornton will bring it back down for the Raiders. Behind the back. Stops her dribble, and she walked. Nope, we're going to get a foul here. Nope, what do we got?
Held ball.
Okay. I didn't see the mechanic. That's double thumbs up, correct?
Correct. Stop the clock first, and then we give the signal.
Okay. So it'll be under the basket for the Raiders. The Raiders.
And that's a new rule this year. Depending on where that happens, there's 4 points that you can take the ball out.
Okay.
2 under the basket and 2 at the 28-foot line.
Raiders there got the ball to Falcon on a set play. She couldn't capitalize on the three. And Spartans beat the press by going over the top to Bowman. Bowman now gets it off to Reiners. Reiners will run the show. She'll get it over to Sharp. Sharp looks to Bowman on the top of the key. Sharp, she's going to go baseline. Couple dribble. Peterson did a better job in not giving her room to shoot. Grubb will take Seyu Manatafa to the hole. A great rebound by Seyu Manatafa. Thought there was a bump there, but it was neutral position. Is that why they called a jump?
Correct. Both of them got to the ball at the same time. No advantage by either one of them. Jump ball.
Good effort by both players, on that exchange.
Absolutely.
That one goes from Sanford out top to Bowman. She's going to back Love all the way down until Seyu Manatafa's there. Kicked it out to Grubb. That's off the glass. And Vito just beats Falcon to the rebound, but Falcon gets fouled this time as Vito was a little too aggressive. I believe that's going to be on number 11.
Spearfish foul number 11.
That is correct.
First team foul.
Is that? I didn't see what happened. There was a lot of bodies there.
There were a lot of bodies. That's why we got 3 officials on the court.
Yeah, and they called it. So it must look like the push, kind of universal signal. Now Love brings it up for the Raiders. She'll be at the mascot. Take it to the right side to Griswold. Griswold being guarded tightly by Sharp off the bounce. Almost had it, but Griswold wins the ball back. Good tenacity there by both players. This one goes down into Seyu Manatafa. She goes down on her way to the basket, and there's no call.
Out of bounds. Spearfish.
And it's going to be Spearfish ball. And the 8th grader seems a little frustrated. She's had some nice looks inside and just hasn't had any luck. This one over to down low, but right there is Griswold. And they're going to call a foul. She looked like she was straight up. Must have been the player behind.
I think Bo saw Seyu Manatafa come up from behind and push her.
And Love was there as well. That one looks like it's going to go on Seyu Manatafa, though. That'll be her first, team first for the quarter. And Spearfish will get it right back into Bowman. Drives it back out again. Another 3 by Grubb. It's not there. Another long box out and long rebound, but this time the Raiders are able to come down with it. Peterson, little crossover. Vito with her hands all over, and that's one of those point of emphasis we talked about.
Yep, we had 2 hands on the dribbler. That's an automatic foul.
And that's 2 quick ones on the senior Vito. They'll miss her tenacity. She just kind of was everywhere, making things tough on the Raider ball handlers. Now Love, guarded by Sharp. She'll give it over to Peterson. Peterson goes down to Seyu Manatafa, but the Spartans collapse, and that time Sharp got caught. Great little hesitation stutter by Peterson. Took a stab at Sharp and then backed off, and then Sharp was like, what do I do? And just floated it over for a turnover. And Love will bring it back down. Get it over to Griswold. Griswold now. She'll take Sharp off the dribble to the left. Thornton had a look. Passes it up. Goes to Peterson. Peterson takes middle. Love wide open for 3. Oh, rims in and out. Unlucky for the senior. That was on line. Just didn't fall. Did everything but fall there. Now Sharp thought she was going to take a step back 3, but Griswold stays on her. Bowman over to Eisenbarth. Eisenbarth tied up with Peterson, no call. She tries to shoot. Peterson recovers, blocks it, and now she'll bring the ball down. A good pass to Griswold. Griswold gets it into Seyu Manatafa. They're going to call it traveling. Oh,
yeah,
another unlucky.
She just couldn't get that pivot foot back to stay off the
Another
the floor.
Unlucky call for the 8th grader, Marley Seyu Manatafa. The Raiders really want to get her going, and she's had a lot of good chances, but that's her second traveling, and a lot of that is due to the Spartan pressure and quickness. That's going to be a bump, and it's going to be the far official.
Yeah, we talk about that as officials, and I'm sure Bo's going to talk with Mike when they get into the locker room and ask him what he saw on that one, because Bo did not see that.
Good steal there by Schreiber. She'll bring it down for the Raiders. Little stutter dribble. She'll take it right in, and she's just pickpocketed by Eisenbarth. And she'll get the ball to Bowman. So an exchange of turnovers. The Raiders can't capitalize. Bowman now trying to face off Love. Guarded heavily by Schreiber. Schreiber thought it went off of Eisenbarth, but the official said nope. So Eisenbarth will take it out of bounds for the Spartans. Go over the top, and right there is Schreiber who read that one. Love gets it over to Peterson. Peterson gets it down quick to Thornton. Thornton looks low, not there, takes it right to the hole for a layup, leaves it short. Again, Raiders doing everything right and just can't get it to fall. Unfortunate there for the Raiders. Thornton could have had her 6-point. It's been a 7-point game for a long time. Neither team has scored in a while. There's a good put back by Sayu Manatafu, who's taken way out of the post by Bowman. Now she'll switch off with Love. And Grubb will go inside, and that'll be, Thornton will stay on her, and Sayu Manatafu will stay on Reiners. And now she'll come out. And a drain to three again by Bowman. Even though Sayu Manatafu stepped out, Bowman was there to drain her third three to give her 9 points for the half, and then we're going to have a hoop and harm. Finley Love for the Raiders comes back, gets the hoop and the harm, and I believe this is going to be the first free throw we've seen shot all night.
That is correct.
Spearfish substitution number 1, Sierra Sanford.
So 3 quick points for Finley Love to get her on the board and keep the lead at 7 after the big 3 by Bowman. Near logo 3. Now Scharf is double teamed. Good defense there by but Love reached with the outside hand. Thought she had a clean one, but it gets called.
Raider foul number 11. Finley Love, her second, third team foul.
Just got a little aggressive on that one, Greg. Just came across the body a little bit too much.
You know, you're 60 feet away from the basket. If you got contact on the ball handler, you're probably going to get a whistle.
Scharf now off the bounce. She splits a lot of defenders. Had backdoor with Eisenbarth, but passes behind her out of bounds. Another turnover for the Spartans. Unofficially, I have 6 for Spearfish and 5 for the Raiders, but we'll look at the stat sheet. There's a lot of going back and forth. Griswold over to Mackenzie Max Schreiber. Hallie Peterson to Jessa Griswold, the senior. Another Mount Marty Lancer commit. Thornton goes in. Nice little step through move. And this time she'll draw the foul. Got hit on her way up.
Yeah, that play, she's taking the ball strong to the hoop, and our lead official underneath the basket sees that play easy all the way, sees the hit on the arm, 2 shots. Misses the first one.
Raiders looking to cut into this 7-point lead that's been there for a long time. It'll be a 2-possession game after this made free throw. So the Raiders have brought it back to a 2-possession game for the first time, well, since the middle of the first quarter, essentially.
And we have a timeout by Spearfish.
Is that a full? It looks like we're going to get a full timeout by head coach Dakota Johnson. You're following Raider girls basketball, subscription free on GoRaidersLive.com, liveticket.tv. We'll be back after 60 seconds.
Melissa Christensen with Engel & Volkers is a trusted real estate advisor in the Black Hills. She brings precision, dedication, and clear communication to every transaction. Melissa focuses on service, not sales, always putting her clients first. She's also passionate about supporting local youth activities, helping to strengthen communities and build a brighter future for our kids. Whether you're looking to buy or sell, Melissa is here to guide you every step of the way. Stop in or call Melissa Christensen with Engel & Volkers today.
Agriculture is like no other business. which makes Farm Credit Services of America like no other lender. Owned by the farmers and ranchers we serve, our customers have a voice in how we work, a stake in what we do, and share in our success. Discover a lender that works for you at Farm Credit Services of America.
All right, welcome back. We just looked at Adeline Bowman's three-point shot from NBA 3 mode.
Oh, offensive foul there, and that's another point of emphasis, isn't it? The illegal screen?
Absolutely. Any time that we got bodies colliding with other bodies, we need to get whistles there. Bo was on top of that one.
Yep, and yeah, that the three by Scharf and the three by Bowman, their threes have kind of been the difference here this 6-point game. The Raiders have not made a three. So if they can get going on the three, this could be a really interesting game fast. They haven't panicked, though. Peterson, a little turn. Kick out. Falcon, three. It's going to be short, but right there is Thornton. But better job by Sanford to come out of the mix with that one. And then she tries to force a pass into Grubb. I shouldn't say force. Her momentum, she was going so fast. Tried to get it to Grubb, and the Raiders were there to knock it out of bounds. Ball will stay with the Spartans. Reiners, the senior guard, will inbounds the ball for the Spartans. She gets it over to Grubb. Grubb tries to take Seyu Manataf on the dribble. Little left-handed hook spin, and is successful on that little drop step score. That'll be her fourth for the night, and they take the lead back up to 8. And Peterson now marked by Sanford. That could have been a foul there with Seyu Manatafa. Floater, Falcon on the backdoor cut. She'll get her first two. And it's a two-possession game again. Scharf backs Peterson down. What great defense, stayed straight up. Scharf will miss off of great defense by Peterson. Hallie now will stay on the center court logo, and that one's knocked away by Reiners, but Seyu Manatafa tracks it down in a tough spot. She has her dribble, though. She's got Scharf on her. Falcon now will try to go to the hole. Does, and splits defenders. And what'd you see?
Yeah, she's going between two defenders, and neither of them were really set. One of them trips her. That's an easy call from the lead official.
And that was on Scharf, her first. And the Raiders are in the bonus, and that one was up and in for the 5'5" junior guard for the Raiders, number 4, Haley Falcon, her second. And that one's off. Rebound came down to Reiners. Grubb on the bounce. We'll get it out to Sanford. Long three, Sharp. Gave her space, not there. Great rebound by Marley Seyu Manatafa. Got bumped, no call. And a last second shot by Griswold off the back of the rim. Falcon has another shot. Good! Haley Falcon. Was it good, Greg? Did it look like they called it good?
Yeah, that was good. She had the ball off in plenty of time. Finally, Stevens gets a three-point made.
And great persistent and hustle off the miss of the desperation heave. And Falcon is a 40% three-point shooter. And with that flurry, the Raiders cut it to within 2. We'll be right back for a halftime recap and more from Hallie Peterson after these 60-second commercials on GoRaidersLive.com.
Welcome to Bowie Foods at Al's Oasis Plaza. My great-grandfather, Gus Bowie, opened the first store in 1905. I'm R.F. Bowie, the president of Bowie Foods. We aren't your typical store. You'll find everything you need for your family. You'll save money, and I promise you're going to enjoy your grocery shopping experience. We carry a lot of locally produced products and some things you just aren't going to find anywhere else. South Dakota-owned, family-owned Bowie Foods.
Diamond Roofing is your trusted roofing contractor in Rapid City and the surrounding Black Hills area. With over 40 years of experience, they specialize in residential and commercial roofing, as well as siding, windows, and gutter installation. They also collaborate with general contractors to install roofs on new home construction. Diamond Roofing offers customized solutions that fit both your needs and your budget. Call 605-720-7663 for a quote or visit diamondroofingcorp.com today.
Welcome back to GoRaidersLive.com. You're following Raider girls basketball. Good look from the production team of Cooper, Avery, and Jacob, bringing you that Raider replay. A big three-pointer at the buzzer, as you can see in that replay. Clearly got it off on time for the junior 5'5" guard, number 4 for the Raiders, Haley Falcon, to bring the Raiders to within 2. Greg, as we wait for the numbers in the stat sheet, what are some key points that you saw in the first half, or any other things you might have saw in terms of tendencies for this game?
I think the Stevens Raiders are taking it to the hoop. I think that was one of the game plans that that Coach Dannenbring was talking about earlier, that they just need to take to the hoop strong. If they continue to do that, I think those baskets are going to start falling in. It seems like there was a lid on it the first half, but those are going to start falling. I think for Spearfish, I think they continue to do what they're doing. They got, they're shooting well from the outside. They're doing everything they need to do to keep the score where it is. But if they go cold, I think Stevens is going to have the upper hand here coming in the second half.
Yeah, I think some of the same things. Points of emphasis for Coach Dannenbring was taking care of the ball and pressure, which neither team's done a great job. But as we look at the stat sheets here, we'll go through those and see that the Raiders have a slight edge there. And rebounding has also been a key thing here as we look at offensive rebounds. The Spartans got themselves one more possession or extended possession one more time than the Raiders. They just were a little bit more persistent on the boards in that first. And, we saw a couple times where the 8th grader, Marley Seyumanatafa, was working so hard on box outs on those long rebounds. And, sometimes, a couple of times, a smaller, quicker guard for Spearfish who wasn't locked up in the box out just came by and kind of, swiped it from her, with lack of better terms. But as we look at the numbers, Greg, in the turnover category, which is always a big one with teams' pressure, the Spartans have 12 turnovers, the Raiders have 8. And as far as rebounds, you're looking, the Spartans have more rebounds, 15 to the Raiders 10. Of course, the Raiders missed a few more of those close-in shots, and also that one difference in the offensive rebound, is kind of the difference of this game. And also the hot three-point shooting of the Spartans. They're shooting just over 44%. If they can continue that, they can stay in it. Because their field goal percentage, as you noted too, isn't bad either, 42. So you're right. If they continue to shoot, it's going to be, the Raiders are obviously going to have to pick it up. But like you said it really well, with the way the score was and what it ended up at the end of the half, when you look at the stat sheet, 35% shooting for the Raiders from the field, and 3 or 4 of those were within 4 to 6 feet. And then from the three-point line, 1 for 6. That's either going to stay the same or turn around. But 3 for 5 for the free throw line, which, Coach Dannenbring has to be pleased with, where, you steal a few 3 points there, as the Spartans never went to the line.
Right, and that's going to be a major factor in any game. At least back when we played, Jared, free throws were make it and break it. And it seems like lately we have a lot of teams out there that just don't shoot free throws well. So if you're able to connect on the free throw line, I think you keep yourself in a lot more games than you're not. And 3 for 5, I'm sure Coach Dannenbring wants that to be 5 for 5, but, at 3 for 5 rather than 1 for 5, I think that he's happy going in the locker room with that. And we'll see how they come out. I think if Stevens continues to attack the basket, it's going to give problems to Spearfish and keep them in foul trouble. And we're going to set some of those taller girls on the bench because they just can't keep up with Stevens at the basket.
Yeah, and if the 8th grader, say Umanatafa, gets going underneath and they have to help on her or they help on a person taking to the basket, gives her easier looks, that might cause some problems. And, you mentioned back when we were playing, I think part of the reason we made our free throws, Greg, was because, if the peach basket was a little brittle, we didn't want it to break, so we'd have to stop playing. So we just swished them in there so it didn't even touch the walls of the peach basket.
That's right.
Because it could only take so many nails before it came down.
That's correct.
So we are back here at Carroll Higher. Both teams are back on the floor warming up. We'll be right back after these 2 commercials, and we will finish our interview with Hallie Peterson, senior guard for the Stevens Raiders. You're following Raider girls basketball on GoRaidersLive.com, liveticket.tv.
When life gets hard and our thoughts get too much to bear, finding the resiliency within us can help us find healing. The 988 Suicide and Crisis Lifeline provides 24/7 free support for anyone in suicidal distress or emotional crisis. All texts and calls are anonymous and connect you to local resources that uphold cultural values and pave the way to healing. Find the strength within you. Find the strength within our culture. Reach out if you need help today.
Community banking should be kind of personal. That's because there's no one-size-fits-all when it comes to you. Fortunately, Security First Bank gets that. And that means you get more, too, like online tools, in-person expertise, and tailored banking solutions for your family or business. So, from balanced budgets to bucket lists, we're the bank for all you're doing. Security First Bank.
Welcome back to Carroll Higher Gymnasium and GoRaidersLive.com. As we were talking to senior guard Hallie Peterson, Marty Lancer commit, this is what she had to say about what this team looks like and what scoring looks like after losing 2 quality seniors.
The team is really learning to share the ball more. At the beginning of the season, we were wondering what scoring was going to look like and how we were going to get points on the board. And I think that throughout the past couple weeks, we've developed and figured out how each of us can contribute, both scoring-wise and in other ways.
So that was about scoring. And then, Hallie, just intelligent, articulate young lady, just kind of talked about the team accepting and embracing their roles and how selfless they are. So we'll finish our interview with this thought from her, and then we'll be right back with second half action. This is Raider guard Hallie Peterson.
Really filling into those roles that need to be filled for us. It's been a transition like any other season does when you enter it, but it's really been great. I've really enjoyed it, and everyone's just growing as players and doing what the team needs. Like, we're very selfless with each other, and we all are just trying to do what we can to make the team better.
Well said by senior number 23, who will inbound the ball for the Raiders. That's senior, again, Hallie Peterson, sharing her thoughts with us. Finley Love, senior guard for the Raiders, number 11. To Falcon, down to Sayumanatafa. That one doesn't fall. Just what we were talking about. Raiders right off the bat go in strong. Still can't get a basket, but the ball's going to go out of bounds off of the Spartans. It'll stay with the Raiders. We'll see if they go right back inside here with Falcon getting it over to Love. Love over to Griswold. Griswold back to Falcon. She hits the edge of the basket. Sayumanatafa just kind of rolls it out to Love. Up top to Griswold. That's off, but Peterson's right there for the follow. Looked like she had a little shove in the back, no call. and she'll miss under the basket as the Raiders miss a three. Peterson. Love now denied, and then Sayum Manatafa gets a steal off of the pressure of Love. Love really denied that entry pass, and Sayum Manatafa intercepted it and resulted in looked like a foul over there, Greg. So the third on Bowman, which is big, as she has been one of the three-point catalysts. She made three. She was 3 of 3 in the first half, and so that's huge for the Spartans as Love kicks it out to Peterson. Peterson goes strong to the hole. Again, can't find basket, gets her own rebound. Back down into Sayum Manatafa. This time she kicks it out to Falcon. Falcon, baseline floater, draws air, gets her own rebound, puts in the little bunny off of the persistence. And we'll have a timeout by the Raiders? By Spearfish. So Raiders will tie it up, and Coach Dakota Johnson, Greg, didn't like something she saw out there, a matchup or something, and wanted to call a timeout right away.
Exactly what's going on. They are giving Spearfish some heat underneath the basket, and they're just Stevens is just attacking it. It's going to put them on the free throw line before the end of this quarter.
Yeah, and also it could be just a, hey, we started this game with more energy than they did, with more hustle. And in that exchange, in the first, minute and 15, it just seemed like the Raiders came out with a little more of that drive.
Yep,
and
exactly.
so it could be just a reminder of, the amount of effort you're giving. And they'll bring it in under the press. Like a little diamond press here, and it'll be broken across the timeline. Eisenbarth thought about a three, and she gets it over to Scharf. Scharf on the mascot on the far side of your screen. Nice little dump pass to Grubb, but right there with hands straight up was Griswold. Peterson will get it. She'll flip it to Falcon. Falcon looks to go into Sayum Manatafa. Peterson does. A little give and go pass, and that was just forced. It was, you could tell it was a play, but that was just a forced pass by the 8th grader there.
Yep, for sure. Just needs a little more experience before that pass is going to be made.
And there's one out to Love. Nice pass to her. She thought about a shot, but she gets it to Sayum Manatafa. Bases up sharp. The corner, Peterson, open three. Good! Your senior, number 23, 5'9" forward, Haley Peterson, drains a three ball for the Raiders. They have a lead, 23-20, with 5:50 to go, and they have Riders in trouble, and we're going to get a 10-second call. What's that mechanic?
Yep, that is 10-second call. No longer are officials counting that. They're using the shot clock to determine when that 10 seconds is up. And once that turns to 25 on the shot clock, it's a 10-second violation.
So there you have it, and that's the right call. And boy, what stellar defense by the Raiders, and that energy off of that three just looks like that could change the thing. And Sayum Manatafa, after so many near misses, gets that one, and she'll get her 4th point for the 8th grader. And the Raiders extend their lead to 5. There, a good time by Bowman going into Love, and Love kept her guarding position. Is that what you saw?
Yep. The defense was in perfect guarding position. The offense was trying to create all that contact. So that play is just
and remind me of the rule book term. Is it legal guarding position or proper? What is it?
Legal guarding position.
Okay, because she had her hands out. They made contact, but it didn't look like she was initiating it from this angle. Again, I'm not an official, but thanks for that clarification and letting us know how that language is spelled out. And that time, no tip, just a turnover out of bounds on an errant pass by Sayum Manatafa, which will give the Spartans a much-needed break here as 3 minutes down in this third quarter. And
we got a steal.
Another steal. Schreiber misses the layup. Hustle by both her and Griswold. Schreiber went up, didn't see Grubb come from behind, and she was able to get a piece. Unlucky there for the Raiders.
For sure.
And Bowman almost to travel there. So hard when they have that momentum. We used to do jump stops. Now they straddle, and they looks like they drag that back leg every time. Anyway, Reiners has the ball. Schreiber holding her legal guarding position again. Coach Johnson wanted a foul out front. Doesn't get it. Eisenbarth, a little forearm shiver to keep Hayden Thornton away. Scharf will dribble right into 6-foot 8th graders Marley Seyu-Manutafa, who rejects Scharf. Big defensive play there. Quick over to Griswold. That's going to be just short, but Seyu-Manutafa hustles on the rebound. Kick out to Schreiber. Schreiber passes on the 3 with the full shot clock. Thornton, left hand, takes it on the bounce. Love for 3. Good! 5'5", senior guard, number 11, Finley Love buries the 3. Raiders now lead by 8. 3:50 to go in the third quarter. Well, Eisenbarth really using her arm to try to keep distance, and the Raiders keeping that legal guarding position, just not willing to give up that position. There's a good take there by the senior, number 21, Tierson Grubb, and probably what a heady move by a senior. Let's settle this down. I'm going to take it strong to the basket. I'm either going to get an easy basket or get fouled. And what did you see there on that foul?
Yep, exactly. She went to the hoop. The defender from Stevens just couldn't get there and was half a step behind, ends up getting her with the body.
And that's what I saw, a little bit behind, and that as an official, when you see that, you're probably already going, they got to either play this super clean or it's a foul.
Absolutely.
Okay, so here's Grubb. First one is good. Oh, no, that was
second one.
Second one. She
both
made
good.
both. Excuse me. Good job on that. Love with a good little move. Oh, and just can't buy it. And those are some woes from the first half that are coming back. What a great hesitation dribble. That's in and out from Scharf. Strong rebound by Peterson, and the aggressive Vito, physical players back in marking Peterson. She'll give her a couple bumps. Kick out. Thornton for 3. That's long. Rebound by Schreiber. She tracks it down. Great length and athleticism by her. Thornton will take it in. Thoughts about the floater? No. Kicks it out. Peterson 3. Good! 5'9", senior, number 23, Hallie Peterson buries her second 3 of the half. Raiders by 9. And Sanford does a nice job of breaking the pressure. Now she can't find the pass. Can she get it? Yep. She got it off to Bowman, who, boy, she did a lot of work to get open there. Both teams really exerting a lot of effort on the defensive end. Good move by Scharf. It's picked by Schreiber. No travel called. Sanford goes up into Love, but I think Love was on the end line when she got the ball.
Yeah, and the reason no travel was called is she never really had control of the ball all the way across the lane.
Okay. Kind of like that NFL, what is the catch thing?
Yeah.
Okay. So, which in that point was advantage to the offensive player because she was moving away from her attempt at the basket. Okay. Reiners will inbounds the pass. She'll go over the top and find Scharf. Scharf's going to get that look, not bury it. Right there was Love. Love will come back and get the rebound and get it up ahead to Falcon before Vito can get there. Falcon forced the layup, and it's going to get fouled by Grubb, it looks like.
Yeah, and on that transition play, our officials are getting in position in the angles to see that because a lot of times these boys and girls stay 18 years old and we get older. So trying to get those angles.
I was going to just make a comment. It's like I think they've had to lace them up here the last couple times up and down the court, which is good. Falcon makes her second free throw of the night. She's 2 for 2. She'll be up to 9 points. And she puts a little shooter's English on that as she gave a lean to the left. Give the Raiders a 3-point lead. She's 3 for 3 from the line. She'll have 10 points on the night for the Raiders. And I believe her and Peterson will lead the Raiders in scoring here. That one goes over the top to Sanford. Nice job there by the Spartans. Griswold's there for the knockaway, and Thornton hits it, and it's going to go up to Falcon. See if she can get another 2. Left-handed layup and in. But again, instant offense from the defense. Team defense there, Griswold and Thornton. Sanford will take Peterson to the hole. That looked like a travel. They're going to call it a step through. And Sanford will get the basket. And some of the Raider players had the palms up. And now we're going to get a travel on the other end. There was some congestion there, and they're going to say Haley moved her pivot foot. And there's a steal by Thornton off the press. Peterson. She'll stand over to Griswold. Griswold. Skip pass over to Thornton. Thornton has the look. She's going to split defenders and take it in off the glass. Not there. Gets her own rebound. Kick out to Schreiber. Over. Falcon will let it go. 3. No. That's off the mark. Well off the mark for her. And Spartans will come down, and Grubb will get fouled. And it'll be on Schreiber. That'll be her third, and she'll probably go to the bench. Unlucky because she was bringing some good energy. Had some good rebounds, kept some balls alive there. And it looks like Seyu Manatafa will come in for her. Is that what you got, Greg?
Yeah.
Grubb. It looks like that's her first miss from the line. So Love, Max Schreiber will stay in with 3 fouls. Love and Seyu Manatafa will come in for Falcon and Thornton. So it shows Coach Dannenberg really trusting his bench. Missed another one for Grubb, but a hustling Sanford is able to collect that rebound. She looks to go back door to number 24, Avery Rauderkuss, who's in the game now, and that's a steal by Peterson. She'll take it down and set it up. She'll get it to Love. Love will attack. She'll split defenders. Little layup. Can't get it in off the glass. Did everything right but finished there. Unlucky for Finley Love. And then Griswold slows everything down, knocks the ball out of bounds, and Greg, that gives the Raiders a chance to set up another defensive scheme here.
Yep, exactly right. And that whole possession was set up by Love on that steal. She was the one that's given the ball handler grief, and one of our other Raiders was able to step in and take it away.
Long 3 by Scharf. Can't leave her that wide open. Kind of like Haley Falcon. She has never met a three-point shot that she hasn't liked. There's a good press break. Seyu Manatafa, good step-in move. Can't finish. Gets a rebound and is going to be fouled by Grubb as she went up strong off the rebound.
And that's her third foul.
And like you said, that's going to be an issue, especially trying to, stay with somebody down low that can match up with the 8th grader, number 34 for the Raiders, Marley Seyu Manatafa.
And she makes her first one.
That'll keep the lead at 9 for the Raiders. She'll try to make it a double-digit lead, and that one falls out. So a 3-possession game as Thornton comes back, steals it, but right there was Grubb. Schreiber gets a hand on it, but Eisenbarth comes back. Floater, it's partially blocked. Schreiber just holds on to the ball, doesn't try to throw up anything at the end of 3 quarters. At the end of 3 quarters, your Raiders 36, Spartans 27. We'll be right back after 60 seconds worth of commercials. You're following Raider Girls Basketball on GoRaidersLive.com, LiveTicket.tv.
Where can you get surprisingly great rates on auto and renter's insurance? At State Farm. I'm State Farm Agent Matt McCormick, and I'm your one-stop shop in Rapid City for protecting your car and your stuff for surprisingly great rates. So stop looking around. Call me, State Farm Agent Matt McCormick, for surprisingly great auto and renter's rates today. Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there.
Individual premiums will vary by customer. All applicants subject to State Farm underwriting requirements.
Raiders Hallie Peterson and Finley Love on the replays there for the 3-point plays.
Yeah, big 3 points for the Raiders and a big 3-point shot for our 3 SSN crew members here, Cooper, Avery, and Jacob. Stevens students that showed interest in, media, sports media and broadcasting, and now have part-time jobs bringing you Raider activities. So really like to thank all of you that follow us, not only for visiting us for this as a platform to follow Raider athletics, but as a classroom for these students and helping them while they earn some money through a part-time job. So great job, Raider Nation. And we really can't thank our producers and our students enough. Love with a little turnaround inside. It'll go off the rim. Good move, just couldn't get it to fall. And we're going to have a travel
Raider basketball
off of that. Yeah, those two good-looking replays, big threes to help spur an 11-point advantage for the Raiders in that third quarter.
Yeah, and the Raiders scored 18 points that third quarter, and Spearfish scored 7.
Got a call there. Is that one of the hand check things that?
Yep, that was exactly right. We had too much contact on the ball handler.
Okay. Commonly referred to the hand check, right?
Correct.
But it could be the hips
body,
or the
could
body.
be any of it. Yep.
Okay. And that one goes on. That's the fourth now for Grubb. And an easy put in by Seyamanatafa as soon as they take out Grubb. And she'll get her total up to 7 as she made some free throws. Good defense there by Thornton on Reiners. Sanford now will take it over to the right. Scharf looks to be the main scoring threat along with Bowman out here for the Spartans. Scharf behind the back, being guarded heavily by Peterson. Johnson wants a foul, and she campaigned enough to get that vote, it looked like.
It makes it look like that's what's going on. However, that is not what's going on. As an official, you're looking for the contact that gives you an advantage, and that's was at the end of that play when Mike had the whistle.
And that's Hallie Peterson's first foul, and she did have her hands on her. We talked about the hand check on the other end. Thornton will dribble in, give it over to Peterson. She surveys, takes the middle, splits, goes up for a left-hand layup, gets hammered, and a call. I didn't see the mechanic by the official there.
Yep, so we had a foul by the center official, and typically if our center official has whistles, our game becomes really easy because we're cleaning up the garbage that the two wide officials can't see.
Peterson will miss her first. That one's going to go on Reiners, her first, team second. And the Raiders nurse the 11-point lead. And we'll see if Peterson can extend this to a 4-possession game. She can't. That one's just falls anywhere but in. And pressure again off the inbound. Bowman finally gets it up to Vito. Vito tries to go across to Rauterkus, does, but Seyamanatafa's there. She gets it to Peterson. Peterson will beat the pressure. She's double teamed, and she'll just get it over to Seyamanatafa. Kicks it over to Love. Love kicks it out to Thornton. Thornton for 3, just off the back, and Love's going to get called as she was into the body, it looked like.
Yep, long rebounds, those are tough on the offensive team, and typically they end up getting on the back of the opposite team and get called for that foul.
So you mentioned when we played that, everybody would have been screaming over the back, but since there is no such call, it's either a push or
on the back.
On the back.
Yes, that's correct.
Vito drives it in. Scharf wide open for 3. Short. So you got to think her legs are just kind of gone for how hard they've made her work. And Coach Dannenbring is not happy with that errant pass off the break. Really likes it when his defense gets rewarded with a shot at least. And so that'll be one that's a teaching moment. But when you play aggressive style and you want to push the ball, it goes hand in hand there. So
yep, for sure. And
So-
Stevens' defense, they've really stepped
and
up the second
and then
half.
they just step up and earn it right back. So no shot, an empty possession for the Spartans, and the Raiders have the ball right back with 11-point lead. And Peterson again, as noted by our analyst, Greg Schumacher, his halftime assessment, I think he was somewhere fly on the wall because it's kind of Raiders are continuing to attack the basket and just win the war of attrition here. Peterson finally gets one to fall. She's 1 of 3. She'll try to go 50% and get her into double figures in the scoring column. Certainly deserves it. And she'll sink another one for the Raiders, and they'll have a 5-possession lead with 13. Little turnaround by Grubb, who's back in, and a jump ball. Raiders boxed out Grubb, but they lost Bowman. And a jump ball, rather than a foul call, then it'll be Raiders. And now it looks like the Spartans are set up in a little matchup press here, and the Raiders practice against it all the time. Try to beat it, but was there a timeout, or did she step on the line?
Oh, we are debating that right now.
Are they debating whether she stepped on the line or the timeout was first?
That's what they're debating right now.
And if they step on the line, that overrules it because the ball's dead then, right? Or not?
Depends on when he has the timeout.
Okay, it looks like they've made their decision here.
So it's going to be Spearfish ball.
And no timeout then? He can choose not to take the timeout?
I believe that's correct.
Okay. And
Right,
so they can take a seat during that?
If that would have been a timeout, then yes, they could have.
Okay.
But since he didn't get the timeout in time, he didn't want to.
Okay.
Coach Dannenbring didn't want to continue it.
Got it. Scharf drives Peterson to the baseline. Love is there. It goes out of bounds, but just another great hawking defense by the senior, Finley Love. You know, it's almost this, nothing's going to be easy. You're going to get nothing free. And she's out of bounds still,
Yep.
it looked like. Is that what?
Yep. She was out of bounds, and she was trying to get back in to get the ball, and Mike's right there to make that call.
So that's why he motioned off his thigh because
Yep.
it hit her while she was out of bounds.
Yep,
okay.
for sure.
So I didn't know if that was going to be a kick or what that was, but that makes sense. It'll be a turnover, and the Raiders will have the ball, and Hallie Peterson will get it into Finley Love. Pressure again by the Spartans. Peterson goes to Mack. She breaks it over the top. Falcon will just casually lay in a layup, and she's going to lead all scorers with 14. Grubb pushed way out to Bowman, who's pushed beyond the mascot. Bottom of the logo. She works Schreiber in. She kicks a nice pass to Grubb. Grubb just got away from the Seyu Manatafu there. Got open, and a nice look and finish for her for hit her 6th point or 8th point with her free throws. Love over to Schreiber. Schreiber open for 3. Good! McKenzie, Mack, Schreiber, cash money from 3. The senior guard, number 5, Mackenzie Mack Schreiber, extends the Raider lead to 16, and was following that action. And a 6-possession game, and Coach Dakota Johnson calls a timeout, and got to believe that just the buzzsaw that was the Stevens Raiders that came out the second half, just they don't have an answer for. We'll be right back after this 30-second word from our sponsors. You're following Raider Athletics on GoRaidersLive.com, liveticket.tv.
Shop used GMCs, Rams, Fords, Jeeps, imports, Chevys, GM certified pre-owned, all with Denny Mental discounts. If you want it, we have it, or we'll find it for you. Buyers on site offering top dollar for all trades. Financing available on the spot and all credit applications accepted. Western South Dakota's largest selection of used cars, trucks, and SUVs is at Denny Mental Rapid Chevrolet or DennyMentalRapidChevrolet.com.
We're back to Carroll Higher Gymnasium. Great look there at the Raider 5'7" senior guard, number 5, Mackenzie Max Schreiber, draining a big 3-ball to take this to a 16-point lead.
And as we come back onto the court with 3:49 to go, Spearfish is down to 1 timeout left.
1 timeout, 3:45 and change. Scharf off the set piece, 3, not there, but a great rebound by Grubb. She'll go in, not there. Good box out by Sayu Manitoff on Scharf. She'll get the ball up to Griswold. Nobody cried wolf there for Griswold. I'm sure Coach Dannenbring will say, hey, we need to communicate, but Griswold handles it. Thornton splits defenders again. This time she's picked. Great job there by Eisenbarth. No, that's Bowman, and she'll bring the ball up, and she'll get a bump out of bounds. Coach Dakota Johnson wanted the foul, but no foul called, and it'll be Bowman who'll put it into Reiners quickly. She'll stand at the logo.
You know, and that's a tough call from the officials.
Bowman, long 3, off.
The offense is creating most of that contact, so it's tough to give that foul call to Spearfish.
And there again, Grubb takes it strong to the hole, and that's going to be another foul, Greg.
Yep, puts her on the free throw line.
Raiders still with 2 to give. Grubb will miss. She made her first 2, missed her last 3, and she's got to be just so tired. She has worked so hard and been very steady underneath for the Spartans, but she has 4 fouls. And there she gets back on track.
You know, and I think that's Coach Dannenbring's strategy. When you got shooters in the first half, you tire out their legs, and all of a sudden those shots don't keep falling.
5-possession game now. Thornton into Peterson, senior to senior. Thornton waits for Peterson to clear, gets it back to her. Peterson will clear the half line with 3 minutes to go. Kick over to Falcon. Falcon with a nice little spin move. A little floater, but Sanford recovered and was able to get the ball. And then Falcon, I think out of just frustration, is that what we typically call those?
Exactly. You know, you're 84 feet away from the basket and you make that foul. You just, as a coach, you're probably going to be talking, saying, hey, what are we doing back there?
Yeah, just frustrated and anxious. And you know, this is a junior player that's getting some quality minutes. I think I wasn't on the road, but first start at home that I've seen her have, this year. So good for her.
Yep.
And that is going to go on Griswold, I believe.
Yep, 2 hands on the ball handler. That's an easy call from any official.
And so they're going to be in the bonus with 2:44, something the Raiders will have to watch. And that one by Sanford is in and out. Love comes back in. Falcon will take a seat. And Sanford makes her second. And that one is stolen by Sanford on the inbounds and a foul by Peterson. So at 2:39, the Raiders gave up a turnover.
And again, it's a frustration foul, turn over the ball. You're just going to make sure she can't make a basket.
And they're in the bonus, and she's warmed up, but she'll miss the front end of this pair. Scharf comes back in. She had a little rest. Lead cut to 14, and she's good as a 50% shooter. And another turnover. And let's see if Coach Dannenbring takes a timeout. And it looks like he's going to. Seen enough. Lead cut to 13. Spearfish in the bonus. Scharf out there with fresh legs. Got to clean it up. We'll be right back after these words from our sponsors.
The innocence of youth. Is there anything any better? But soon they'll be in high school and facing all the same challenges you faced. How to make friends, how to fit in, how to be cool. We want our children to have everything they'll need to live fulfilling and productive lives. Make sure the kids in your family are among the more than 57,000 participants here in South Dakota who take part in high school sports or activities.
Welcome back. I don't know who that is.
We're back here at Carroll Higher Gymnasium. Raiders took a timeout after letting a 16-point lead shrink. And after some fouls and turnovers, Coach Dannenbring had seen enough and wants to redirect the mentality and the focus of the Raiders, as the Spartans will have another possession here to try to cut into the lead. And fresh legs with Sharp. She'll get it. Quick three. Looks good and doesn't fall. Love contested it. Ball goes all over. And the hustle points are going now to the Spartans, which up until about 3:40 or whenever the timeout was, it was all Stevens on all the hustle points.
Yep, that's exactly right. And there's a little spark coming back from Spartans. And
Mr. McLeod?
That is something that we're going to have to look at all night long.
Sure is. Saying hello to a great Raider fan and parent, John McLeod. Had some Raider student athletes here that did very well. Sam, Margaret, Molly did a great job here for the Raiders in the basketball court.
And we just had a turnover by Sayumanatafa.
Coming off a turnover from the Spartans, so they traded turnovers, and some time's gone off the clock. Sharp will take it to the hole. Great defense by Sayumanatafa. Just too much for Sharp to handle. And now Love trying to back off on the dribble to open up the space. She does. They beat the timeline. Almost a travel, but Schreiber puts on a sweet move, misses the bunny, and can't help but think the next time down the court, Coach Dannenbring's going to say, hold on to it. Sanford tries to back in Peterson. We're going to get a foul. Peterson thought she kept her hands up, but I think she did the classic, I don't know what you call it. I call it chopping down. But.
Yes. And then put your hands straight up saying, hey, I didn't foul.
Well, that's what's taught. Sanford goes back to the line, and she'll miss the front end. She's been a straight 50%, missing the front end, making the back end. So we'll see if she can do that again here for the Spartans as they trail by 13. Score has not changed. She does. Now it's down to a 4-possession game, and the Raiders face more pressure. Love is going to be fouled. Spartans still have one more to give after this, and that foul was by Reiners, who only has 2. So Coach Johnson has players out there that can give some fouls to get the Raiders in the bonus to see if they can gain some more possessions, Greg.
Yes. And, it looks like the Spartans have taken the game plan that Stevens came out with the second half and just doing the exact same thing to Stevens.
Yeah, just taking it to the hole a lot. There goes Peterson to the hole strong. No call, but touching it was Eisenbarth. And it'll stay with the Raiders off of Eisenbarth being out of bounds when she touched it. Back in for offense will be Grubb, and now the look for the Spartans to do the old offense-defense substitution with Grubb. Peterson out to Schreiber. Schreiber to Sayumanatafa. 12 on the shot clock. And we're going to finally get a foul, and I think it's going to be on Sanford. Sayumanatafa so strong. She was holding on to that ball. As an official, what happened there? Just too many?
Well, yeah, Sayumanatafa is so strong, like you were saying, and was able to hold on to the ball, and the defender grabbed her arm, and Sayumanatafa just basically said, get off me.
And that free throw just a little strong, but a good-looking release for the 8th grader, showing a lot of good fundamentals there. That went a little short. So she's right on line. Just we'll dial in the range there. Off to Bowman from Reiners. Sharp, long, 3, good! Oh. I think she's got to be 30 to make that look easy. Big 3 by Sharp. She'll lead the Spartans with 11. I don't know what the rumbling on is going on there. Can you explain what happened there, Greg?
Well, the ball comes off of Spearfish foot, and the Spearfish crowd was wanting it to go off the Stevens foot. So that was what the groaning was about.
Certainly, especially when they've cut it to a 3-possession game.
Yep.
And now they've given their last foul to give to really put it in the hands of the Raiders. Can you, as we were talking about before, and we'll not mention peach baskets this time, but the Raiders can seal the deal from the line, or the Spartans can use the gamesmanship to gain more possessions.
Yep, exactly right. Finley steps up the line. She's super confident, puts the first one in, puts the rest of the team at ease.
Yeah, and when you got a senior experience and get up there and hammer the first one, even though she missed the second, that's got to give the rest of the team confidence. And a 10-point lead makes it a 4-possession game again. Bowman, long dribble, long stride, not there. Schreiber now doing a great job of hawking Scharf, who's obviously from distance, we've seen she's a great shooter, great scorer. And it looks like between Peterson, Griswold, and Schreiber, they're going to just try to deny Spearfish from allowing Scharf to win this one. Bowman, a long three, not there. And great job by Griswold, just stayed on the ground, moved her feet. Eisenbarth went in the air and pushed into her, and that'll be a foul on Eisenbarth, her third. And Griswold, the Mount Marty commit, one of the three. They'll join Rapid City Christian standout Sadie Marshall down in Yankton. Griswold steps up and buries the first. So the 5'8" senior guard, number 22 for the Raiders, puts them up another point and another possession. And now Coach Dannenbring will get some more players in. Coming in for Hallie Peterson, who had a great game, is number 20, Lexi Portlock. And it looks like Griswold sank both of hers. 48-36 Raiders, 4-possession game on the long end. Kick out from Grubb. Scharf will take it from there. Good! And a timeout, I'm going to assume, by Spearfish. And now Scharf is tied with the high score, 14 here. 48-39, 26.8 to go in this one. Spearfish, no timeouts. We'll be right back to finish this one off. You're following Raider Girls Basketball on GoRaidersLive.com, liveticket.tv.
Great news. I just got the State Farm Personal Price Plan on our home and auto insurance.
You told our agent about my thing for romance novels?
No, you don't have to get that personal. Our agent just helped me choose affordable options to create a personalized price just for us.
Oh, sweet. Then you won't believe the love triangle Jen is in now.
Contact me, State Farm agent Scott Carlson, to create your personal price plan today.
Prices vary by state. Options selected by customer. Availability and eligibility may vary.
Welcome back to the Denny Menholt Auto Group of Rapid City Press Box.
We're back. Carroll Higher Gymnasium with Greg Schumacher here, calling Raider girls who have fought hard to come back. And they'll beat the press there. They'll get it to Portlock. She'll just hold on to it. Now into the game also, Schreiber gets it to Love. Love will get fouled. And with 14.9, the Raiders are going to trust their senior to go to the line and ice this one.
Finley ends up getting the ball, and she knows it's coming for the foul, and she just stands in there and takes it. Goes the line, puts the first one in.
Yeah, that was a good-looking release there. Good follow-through, good rotation. The Augie commit, so that'll be a good pickup for Augustana.
She makes them both.
Makes them both. Increases her point total. Portlock with the steal, and the Raiders will just hold on to it. Griswold will just dribble this one out. And your Raiders come back after trailing in the first half by 2, after at one point trailing in the first half by 9, come back to win this one with a third quarter where they outscored the Spartans by 11. So after the final buzzer, the Spartans will now move to 2-2, and they're back in action again on January 8th in Spearfish, where they'll take on Hill City, and the Raiders will improve to 4-2 as they will take some time to get a little rest and prepare for their big crosstown rival, where they're back on the court on January 2nd at Rapid City Central. So we'll do our game recap, and then we will bring you, then we have to switch over to the boys live stream, and during the pregame of the boys live stream, we will bring you the girls stats recap. So girls basketball fans that kind of want to listen to the stats, maybe see a replay or whatever, we can try to do that at that time. Greg, any other thoughts on that one?
I think that Stevens' game plan that second half really threw some problems at the Spartans. They didn't know how to really defend them, and Stevens was just taking it hard to the hoop. And I think that was the game changer for Stevens, and it also sparked their momentum. A lot of those shots that weren't going in the first half were starting to fall in the second half. All of that, I think, contributed to for them to have a successful second half to win that game.
Yeah, you're exactly right, and we talked about that at halftime. And really, the Raiders just were able to lessen the amount of turnovers than what they forced, did better boxing out, attacked the basket, shooting went up, shot good enough from the free throw line, and just kind of put the Spartans to where they had to do so much work, kind of won the war attrition, and the Spartans just kind of ran out of gas there towards the end. Scharf came up with some big threes, but also had some short, so just too much to put on one player's shoulders, although she is a good one, as Coach Dannenbrink said.
Yeah, and the Spartan, hats off to the Spartans. They played a heck of a game